Hello, everyone. Welcome to another YouTube Live from Mark Guy. Hope you're doing well on this Monday, May 18th, 2020. One of the things I want to talk to you about is what happens in your situations when you encounter an unexpected obstacle, an unexpected problem, or a disaster. What I'd like to offer you is about 3 years ago, on June 1st in 2017, I was scheduled to be a keynote speaker at a breakfast business event that was sponsored and produced by a Melbourne Regional Chamber of Commerce in Melbourne, Florida. It was an early day. I remember getting up at some unheard of dark hour and going to the event venue. I arrived at approximately 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:05, maybe 6:15. The chamber organizing team have allowed me to have a specific table. So on that table, I can put my books, my products, my business card, my brochures, my gifts, my gift cards. So when people hear me speak, they can engage with me and perhaps hire me to be a consultant or coach after the event. And at that time, I always used to bring this family heirloom to every one of my events. And that family heirloom was a beautiful glass way. It's a ball, glass ball. It's beautiful. It had curves. It had intricate designs. It had a half-inch thick wall, and it looked amazing on a table. Nobody else had this kind of ball on the table. And inside that ball, I used to put Hershey's Kisses, Hershey's Nuggets, Snickers, and Ghirardelli chocolates. So everyone who came to my table, not only do they get my business card, but I also give them a treat, a sweet tooth. And it was one of my marketing strategies before and after the event. So I arrive at the event and I start setting up my table. And I'm getting excited. There's going to be 200 business owners, leaders, influencers on the Florida Space Coast, where Melbourne, Florida is. So I put my book, I put my business card, and I lay it on the table. And then I take my hand and I reach into the bag where that glass heirloom was. And then, oh, I got that pinch. And then I take out my hand and then I see a deep gush across my fingers. And then blood is coming all over into my face, into my jacket, onto my tie, into my shirt. I'm freaking out. In about 15, 20 minutes, I have to go on stage and speak about influence and charisma and focused emotion. And here I am freaking out, about to go on and speak to the audience who have never heard me speak before. So I rush into the bathroom and I start to put water on it. I put some antibacterial and try to stop the bleeding. And all as I'm in the bathroom, I'm praying. I'm saying, please, God, please help me stop this bleeding. I want to make a good impression. I have all this product to sell. I want to connect with these business leaders. Finally, the bleeding decreased. Didn't stop, but it decreased. And it was my time to go on stage. So I went into the ballroom. I bandaged my fingers and I delivered my talk for about 40 minutes, maybe about 35 minutes. After the event, all these people came up to my table, signed up for newsletters, bought my CDs, my other products and tickets to other events. But what this tells you is things will go unplanned. Things will happen in your line of work. If you are not a professional speaker like I am, or a pro speaker, maybe something you arrive at the appointment and equipment is faulty, or maybe the entire venue you cannot access. That is stressful. So one of the things I'd like for you to know is that look to the future. Find a place where you can stay calm and do breathing exercises. Maybe it's a bathroom, maybe it's a special room. You see, everything that happens in our life will prepare you for what's happening next. But it's a test. Uh, Comes across what I'm reminded of is a book by Stephen Pressfield. He's an author, American author, and he wrote a book, The War of Art. He said, every time you make a decision to create something, whether it's a piece of art or a business or relationship, at that same moment, or maybe sometime afterwards, the universe or the other opposing forces will create a resistance. So it's your desire to do something, create something, to break through, and then there's a resistance of equal force. And it's up to you to overtake the resistance, to push through, to keep going, because you made that promise to yourself. So when you encounter something that is not expected, think of it as a lesson, as a resistance, showing up its ugly head and challenge you up into your face directly. Second lesson that I learned from this event, from being a keynote speaker and my blood all over, gushing all over my clothing, is that when I travel for the event out of town as a keynote speaker, as an event speaker, or one of the headline speakers, is that I have a team. I travel with a team, maybe one or two people who travel with me or parallel with me, who will help me set up my table, who will help me take photographs in action as I'm speaking to the audience. Somebody who will help me answer questions, because sometimes after the event, there's people coming up to you, to my table, and there's a line of people, and you cannot talk to everyone at the same time. Yet you want to provide the highest level of customer service. So another team member who knows about you, who knows about your product, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 team members, can stand in your table vicinity and help everyone who will come to your table and help out, maybe even sell your product. Also, you need someone to be on the lookout, who also can take photographs, like I said, videos as well, and sign up people so they can stay in contact with you. This also reminds me of an event that I went a few weeks ago, and it was produced by an entrepreneur by the name of David Bayer. David Bayer is a creator of Powerful Living Experience. He held his event for the last 3 years at a Hyatt Marriott on International Drive in Orlando, Florida. I attended his event in March of 2020, before the COVID pandemic shut everything down. And I remember about 500, 600 people have showed up. And all throughout the event, around the David teams, there were people, there were microphone runners, there were people who were guarding the door, there were people who were distributing pamphlets, there were people in the back. And I asked them, who are these people? What are they doing at the event? Turns out, almost 90% of the people that I saw at the event, of this large-scale event that got sometimes 500, 1,000, 1,500 people, are volunteers. So if you are building a business, question you have to ask is how good you are at attracting people to your movement, to your purpose, so you don't have to do it alone. So when you put on the event, you have ambassadors, volunteers, evangelists who will go to bat for you, who will stand up for you, and who will help you communicate your message. So as you developing your message and your movement, how good you are at attracting people to your cause that can help you move forward. How good you are at building teams. How clear you are on your message. Because I feel that when you have ability to be a leader, to take the leadership position, and also build a team, you accelerate your results. And you can take classes on team building. Improv can help. John Maxwell can help, and many other providers. Is how good you are at building teams, how good you are with your leadership position, and clear with your messaging, so you can attract people and you don't have to be a lone warrior, a lone wolf in a field of ideas, in the battlefield of ideas, and in your business. I believe that labor costs probably the highest item on the expense for every business. So imagine if you can create a movement that will attract people who will volunteer their time energy and precious resources to help you. So I think don't forget that. So community building, team building will help you move far. And finally, as you remember from the Melbourne Chamber of Commerce, that gushing, bleeding all over my hand and on my clothing is that things will happen. Things will happen in your business, in your how you create your community that will be unexpected. So you can either have it derail you or inspire you. John Maxwell said it best. Sometimes I win, sometimes I learn. So what are you learning from the challenges that are presented in your life? So I've said this before, and I will say it again. There are people right now who have less experience than you, who have less qualifications than you have, but who are living the life that you dream about. The only difference between those people who are doing it and you is these people have taken imperfect action. They may feel the fear, but they do it anyway. See, a lot of times I don't feel 100% confident every time I'm on camera or in front of people or in front of live audience, but I make myself. Even though fear reverberates throughout my entire body, I make myself to take this imperfect action. See, I feel that the great pause of 2020 is a great equalizer. Everyone right now is on the same footing. We have people who have been in the online space for a while, and a lot of people who have not. So this great equalizer right now have, I think, equal level the playing field. You can speak to your audience on camera, through podcasts, or through other means right now, and you will reach more people. I think it has been a reset. So if you create a message, a business, and it's clear, it's helping people, you must be in front of people. And I think you will gain ground now than you probably wouldn't have just a few months ago. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reaching out to my tribe, people who have supported me, who have helped me over many, many, many years. And I'm in great appreciation of your efforts and your support. And also ask for new people to join. A lot of times when I record this videos, I want to make sure it's filled with positivity. It's filled with data that can help you move forward and make great decisions. I'm grateful for every one of my clients, everyone in my tribe, and I hope that you will share this video, you will like, share, subscribe to this channel, and share it with everyone you care about. Until next time, I am Mark Guy, and don't forget to speak brave, and I'll see you soon.